All right, guys, it is August 9th, and I came out here to check these Paw Paws out. So as you can see, it's kind of browning up little spots. That means they're ready. You'll have some bigger than others depending on the type. So grab a hold of a tree. This one's a pretty decent sized one. And you'll just give it a good shake like that. If they're ready, they'll fall. And you'll do this every day for a week or two, because you only got a couple weeks every year anyway for Paw Paws. So, and we'll just keep going tree to tree. All right, so we've got about a hat full, but I haven't even done half of them yet. I probably should have waited till my daughter got home, because she's gonna be mad that I went ahead and did this without her. She loves gathering these things. Jen and Philip are coming back here, and she just loves that four-wheeler so daggone much. She'll drive it about anywhere. She could have done been here a while back if she would just walked, but nope, she's got to take the four-wheeler.
Why you got your camera out?
Videoing you.
Hi guys.
Philip, you ready to get some Paw Paws?
Yeah.
Look.
They're
Phillip.
ready. Dad's already got a hat full of them.
Philip, look. Look.
Hi guys.
What
Those Paw Paws.
What is that?
Paws?
Paw Paws, Indiana bananas.
What is these?
They're fruit.
The fruit?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with the fruit?
Well, we're probably gonna sell most of them and probably grow some more trees.
I have the cabin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job, buddy.
11, 13, and 15, and 16. There's 16 of them.
There's 16 Paw Paws?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready to get some more?
I'm ready to get more.
Good job, folks. There's some more out there.
Falling all over the place.
Pick them up, buddy.
There's one right here. Don't worry. Let's get more. Let's get more.
All right, while Phil's picking up all these Paw Paws all over the ground, it's like a little Easter egg hunt for him. Let's talk about the Paw Paw tree. Usually after the first week of August, it's usually about when they're ready. It could be a week before, a week after, but roughly then, these trees, they can get 12 feet to 40 feet tall. Now, they don't get like real big round like a regular tree, usually. I mean, this is a pretty old one here, and you can see how big round it is, and I can still shake it pretty good. Really a softwood tree. Like I said, great fruit, tastes like bananas. Got big pits inside of them. We typically sell them for about $5 per pound, so you can make some money off of them. A lot of people, especially people living in the country and in the hills, I mean, as a kid we used to go out in the woods and stuff like that all the time, as well as everybody else. So all right, guys, so Paw Paw trees are native pretty much to the East Coast, all the way in through Indiana, all the way from north to south.
Yeah.
Very, very common tree. They will grow other places. You can actually buy them in seed catalogs. They do typically run pretty high. We usually sell our sapling trees for about 15 bucks. They're probably about a year or two old. Like I said, you can put them in direct sunlight. They are a shade tree though. As you can see back here in the woods, they do thrive out in the woods, and they don't get hurt by any light whatsoever. Factors on their growth is going to depend on the breed. Just like any other plant, you got big trees, little trees. Depends on their genetics. It depends on the sunlight, depends on the rain. You know, same old stuff about every other plant. So usually it takes a few years for they even produce. Okay, so you're going to have to wait a few years for them to get maturity. That can be anywhere from 3 to 7 years old. Typically these trees, usually about 3 to 4, they start producing fruit. Once they start getting the speckles, they start to ripe and put out kind of a scent. And possums, raccoons, deer, turkey, these things hit the ground, they're gone. And if you got livestock, they're gone too. So they got a lot of minerals in these things. So, and like I said, you got about roughly a 2-week window to get them if you guys want to hunt them. So right now is the time, wherever you are in the US, this is the time to be looking for them. So these goats, they will eat these paw paws, but they will not eat the trees. So you can see how low these tree branches are. These goats can go right to them. They will not eat them. They're toxic. The goats know they're toxic. Cows know they're toxic. So this is probably one of the greatest tree to put in your barn lot, that you don't have to worry about the animals eating, and will give them shade and will give you fruit. Now I will tell you, if the fruit touches the ground and gets ripe, your animals will devour it. But other than that, I mean, it's about the perfect paddock tree for your critters. All right guys, so this is a pawpaw tree that I actually bought. All the other ones are native. I think this one came from Illinois, so it's going to have a little bit different genetics. And this is out in the sun all the time. So you can see how rich in leaves this is, right? This is probably only about 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. And like I said, it is just, the foliage on them is really thick. The other tree, just a limb here and a limb there, you know, and it stretches out. But there is pawpaws on this tree too now, so if I can get in there and take it. Look there, buddy.
Mama, I got one.
That one's mine.
And that one's for Mommy.
Here. Put them in there.
1, 2, 3.
Good job.
So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like inside a pawpaw. Now this is just a small one. They're pretty much like green potatoes that hang from a tree when you're out in the woods looking for them. But let's go ahead and we'll cut one in half. Okay. Now as you can see, so when animals like deer or cow or whatever gets these, they'll actually eat the whole things. And I've seen several times out in the woods, you see like some deer scat, and you'll find these in there amongst them. So these will not break down in the deer's stomach, and wherever they plop, that's where it's going to grow. So we typically try to hold on to a few of these because we grow our own. Again, we sell ours for about $15 for a year or two old tree. These seeds are worth money too. You can actually dry these seeds out and sell them. Now, if you guys do buy some seeds, or you guys get some and want to grow them, you have to let them be out in the cold for a couple weeks, a few days to a couple weeks. Any perennial plant whatsoever, they got to have like a dormant time, but they have to be cold for a few days to a week before they can germinate. So if you live like in a real tropical place where it just don't get cold at all, these will not germinate. That's why they're not really all over the world. They will grow about anywhere, but I mean, if you already got like the little plants, but if you're trying to germinate them from seed, they have to go through cold. So you can go back and check some of our other videos. You guys can do the wet towel method, put it in the fridge and just let it chill out for a while, and then plant it, and it usually does fine like that. So, but I forget how much just like a dozen seeds are, or half a dozen seeds. They're like there's good money in this stuff, guys, and a lot of people haven't even heard of them. They are getting more common again around here anyway. Everybody and their brother is trying to sell them now after we started selling them, so. But yeah. So if you're not wanting to buy a pawpaw tree, you want to go out in the woods, get them. The best tip I can give you is wait till winter. So you're going to want to go and get a zip tie, and you're going to want to take that zip tie and you're going to want to zip it right around a small little sapling. You don't want it very big at all, but you'll find you a sapling that you like, a pawpaw tree or any kind of tree for that matter. You'll zip tie it. You'll wait till winter time when all the trees are dormant, because if you try to dig up a pawpaw tree right now, all right, so them pawpaw trees, them roots is, as a sapling, they're about twice as big as the actual plant up typically. So if you try to do that and you have no idea which way that's going, and if you tear up just a little bit of that root, that plant will die. They're very hard to do, so you have to do it in the winter time is the best time. That's whenever any tree can take abuse. I mean, even you could take a maple tree or an oak tree, and you can take a chainsaw and cut it down, you know, to the stump, and it'll have new shoots come up, right? Well, it's the same with pawpaw trees. So if you guys are going to try to dig one up, make sure you do it in winter time. Thank you for watching Chamberlain Family Farms. You can contact us at chamberlainff@gmail.com. You can also see us on Facebook, Chamberlain Family Farms. We hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe.